I know it's a very bullish day, but I want to explain to you why we should expect some incredibly high prices at the end of Trump's presidency. And I have historical data to go over for that, just so you can get an idea of where we could potentially go. But first, we have hit $91,000. That big shot from like 85,500 to 91,000 in a very short amount of time. I mean, literally, it went from 90,000. A minute later was at 91,000. So these are shorts getting liquidated. What is that? It means people that are betting the price is going to go down. They're betting the price is going to go down during a freaking bull market. Final phase of this bull market, in my opinion, this is the final phase. This is the most violent, vicious phase where bears become extinct. It is also the easiest time to make profit, and everybody is going to feel like a genius. But I did a trade alert today, a market update that shares with you what my exit strategy is and when I'm going to be taking profits. So if you want to check that out, learningcrypto.com. So here we go. First off, Bitcoin's Google search results are actually going parabolic too. So a lot of people are getting the idea that, or the hint that Bitcoin price is high. And so that attracts the masses. This is what happens. So forgive me guys, but this is called dumb money. They are attracted to higher prices. They don't care about it when nobody's talking about it. They hear about it on CNBC, Fox, or whatever, and that gets what gets them excited, and they have all the experts on TV. So right now is the time to really get that exit strategy going, and you need to write it down on learningcrypto.com. We help people go ahead and do that with our trade alerts and our portfolio updates. Now we have people like Bitwise CIO saying that until Bitcoin hits $500,000, it's still early. I kind of disagree with them. Anything that's over $1 trillion asset isn't quite early. You know what I mean? Like, you were early before Michael Saylor, okay? Now it's more like, okay, it's more mainstream. Everybody has heard about it. When I first started Bitcoin, that was early because everybody looked like I was a complete idiot. Seriously, they didn't want anything to do with me when I brought up Bitcoin. I remember posting, I used to be on Facebook, posting to some friends or whatever, like, hey, my guys buy Bitcoin, and they hated me. I just got so much hate. And that's when you're early. That is when people ignore you, that's when you know you're on the right path, especially if you've educated yourself, you understand money. Very few people in the world understand money. It's obvious, isn't it? Okay, so moving on, we have Peter Brandt. Now, a lot of people look up the traders, and like I've said in many of my prior videos, that only 2% of traders maybe in the world make money. And even those 2% of traders still miss out on incredible investments. Like Peter Brandt here, who said in 2020, he said, all along, I've stated my belief that there was a 50% chance that Bitcoin was going to go to $100,000 and 50% chance it would go to zero, or literally zero. Once we broke through 7,500, I placed my bets on zero. Remember March 2020 when everybody and their mother were selling Bitcoin, and we went from $7,500 to about $3,500, and what was Heidi and I telling you to do? Buy. We were screaming to buy, and we were just yelling people to buy, while the rest of the world was like, you guys are idiots, you guys are scam artists, blah, blah, blah. And guess what happened just not too long after that? $69,000. And you got people like this who have almost 1 million followers following these people. They should be following us, right? Exactly, because we've been in the game, we've educated ourselves, and we know exactly why Bitcoin was created, and that's how I was able to hold from under $100 to now $91,000. And many of our members, countless members of our CT Club are now retired. They have enough money to do whatever they want in life, and hey, you know what? Comment below, let everybody know your voice. All right, now we also have Elon Musk saying all government spending is taxation. Your money is being wasted, and the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, keep that in mind, the Department of Government Efficiency is going to fix that. So that's going to be really, really interesting. I really hope this happens. Why? Even though I'm not a US citizen, first off, I have friends, I have families in the US, I care about people there. And the best part for me, it's going to affect me too, because it's going to make life a lot easier with tax havens around the world, because countries are going to have to be competitive. And just like I said yesterday, the US being crypto friendly, that's going to force people's hands to be crypto friendly. And that's a beautiful thing. I'm very much looking forward to that. Now, what I'm talking about with presidents. So look at this graph right here. From FDR pretty much to Truman to Eisenhower to JFK to Nixon, Reagan, Ford, Bush, Clinton, George Bush Sr. or whatever, and Obama, Trump, Biden, and you just keep on going. The S&P 500 keeps going up. And you must wonder, like, wait a second, I thought one president or the other president would be bad for the stock market or whatever, whereas I just showed you right here, they're actually pretty good. Forget the presidents. The whole point of this is the Federal Reserve has been in control ever since then and is printing currency out of thin air. It's a private entity and unelected, and they're going to keep doing that, guys, and there's no stopping it. So with that said, that is why things will keep rising and rising and rising. Yes, we're going to get a Bitcoin pullback. We are going to get a bear market as well. That doesn't matter. That just nothing goes up forever. I think you understand that. If you've looked at the last 3 or 4 bull markets, you'll know every time there's been a bear market, and that's fine. But over the long run, the trajectory is up, 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 and it's going to get pretty crazy because, you know, because the Federal Reserve is printing so much currency, it forces people like us and you, or the middle class or poor people, to take really big risks so that they can keep up with inflation. Because if they just kept it in fiat, well, you're just going to get really poor because they're printing so much currency out of thin air. I think it's real inflation is probably like 10 to 12%, but not the 2% they're saying. That's a complete lie. It's really about 10 to 12%. So with that said, there's actually a great website, shadowstats.org. That's a really good one if you want to follow real inflation. Guy does a really good job. And if you want to find the truth about the Federal Reserve, check out James Corbett's video called Century of Enslavement. It's a very good video. That's all I have. Like and subscribe. Talk to you soon.